Hey, my friends, Joshua Ivey behind the wheel for Car Talk. David had 19 sons, and I'm sure that in the length of their lifetime span, each one of them had the luxury of riding on a mule. But there was two of his sons that I want us to talk about today, and one of them is Solomon. Solomon had the privilege to ride on his dad's mule. He had the privilege of riding on the king's mule. Nobody else had the privilege to ride on King David's mule. It was symbolic to the people of the community that Solomon had the consent of the king. He had the blessing. He had the approval of the king. The word says that not everybody that says, Lord, Lord, will be able to enter in. On that day, many will say, did we not prophesy in your name? Did we not cast out devils in your name? Did we not do mighty works in your name? And the Lord's going to say, depart from me, ye workers of iniquity, I never knew you. The word says that there's a way that seemeth right unto the man, but the end thereof is death. There's a way that seems to be right. There's another one of King David's sons, and his name is Absalom. And Absalom rode on a mule. But his mule ride experience was totally different. Each one of us is on a mule ride of life. And I want to ask you the question today, how is your mule ride going? Absalom got hung by a tree limb by his own hair, and the mule continued going. He got hung and he died. Now King David, when he got the news that Absalom had died, he actually said in 2 Samuel chapter 18, he said, oh my son Absalom, I wish to God that it would have been me that died. God's not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. In the world that we're living in today, many people says, well, we serve a loving God. He wouldn't send anybody to hell. Well, that's true. But you've got to remember that God doesn't send people to hell. But we send our own selves to hell when we reject His love. By what He did on the cross, by giving His only begotten Son, and the blood that was shed on Calvary's hill. We've got to trample over the blood. We've got to turn our backs to the cross. How's your mule ride going today? I want the consent of the King. I want the blessing of the King. I want the approval of the King. How about you? Have a good day, everybody.